Okay, that's some tough acts to follow. Thank you, Cheryl. And thank you to CARE for this extraordinary honor. To share the stage with my fellow honorees tonight, Christy Turlington Burns, Dr. Margaret Hamburg, Cheng Park, and Her Excellency Samia S. Hassan, is deeply humbling. 4 leaders whose collective impact is truly immeasurable. They remind us what is possible when we tap into our unique talents and experiences, and they show us how to change the world. Accepting this Women's Leadership Award is full circle for me, because the truth is, whatever I've accomplished in my life is because of all the women leaders who have inspired me along the way. Eleanor Roosevelt, Billie Jean King, Maya Angelou, Claudette Colvin, Rosa Parks, Claire McCardle, and of course my mother. I could go on and on. Women who altered the trajectory of every field from design to politics. These women and so many others whose names we will never know challenged the status quo. And they did it for something bigger than themselves. They did it to advance women's empowerment, women's equality, and empower others. Many of them risked everything, their reputations, their families, their livelihoods, and at times they even risked their lives. Yet if you ask anyone to name just 5 women who changed history, they might struggle to do so. And that's because history is harmfully biased. History has always been written by those in power, mainly men. And until recently, it wasn't in their interest to share the stories of women who were not just present in world events, but actively shaped them. If women are mentioned in our history books, they're often given a secondary role. Their accomplishments are diminished, or even worse, they're credited to men. I often think about the consequences of this bias. I think about what's been lost, the stories we will never know and we will never hear. How much more could women have aspired to if our textbooks taught the truth about countless women who had a hand in shaping history? How much bigger could women have dreamed if they could see themselves in those hidden figures? And how much more could women have achieved if they grew up knowing their ambition wasn't something to conceal, but a proud inheritance passed on from centuries of ambitious women? If this were the case, maybe we wouldn't need to fight for equal rights in 2022. And maybe, just maybe, equality would be a given, not a favor. When I started our company in 2004, empowering women wasn't part of my business plan. It actually was my business plan. My concept was to build a global lifestyle brand that could support women through the work of a foundation, a business driven by purpose. This was an incredibly novel idea at the time. So many people dismissed me. Today, it is encouraging to see businesses are not considered innovative without purpose at its core. My dream was to support women, particularly women entrepreneurs. I understood the challenges they face, from sexist stereotypes to limited childcare support and virtually no access to funding. I think we can all agree that it's appalling that 50% of entrepreneurs are women, but they receive less than 3% of venture capital. Our foundation is working to close that gap. And with partners like Bank of America, we have supported thousands of women founders through grants, low-interest loans, education, and mentorship. The women we work with are exceptional leaders. They often work multiple jobs, they're often single mothers, and they're incredible forces for change in their communities. I know CARE shares my passion for empowering women entrepreneurs, and the progress we have made together gives me a great deal of confidence in what we can achieve in the years to come. We will keep breaking barriers and give more women and girls the tools they need to become the leaders of tomorrow, the ones who will write a new history. CARE, on behalf of me and my entire team, thank you for this recognition and thank you for your partnership.